favorite pose. You either hate or love this pose. So I always encourage a blanket underneath the knees because it can be a bit intensive on the knees. So you can start off in tabletop and then slowly make your way into kind of a hero's pose. And if that feels okay, you can start to walk the hands back, lean back. You can also come down onto the forearms or all the way down onto the back. But I'll show you the different options here. Most people have a bit of struggle with this, even just sitting in that hero's pose to begin out with. So I encourage sitting on top of a block to begin out with. This is more geared towards the internal rotation of the knees as well. And you can use one of your bolsters back behind you to support if you want. So first option, get seated upright, and then you can lean back here. Again, also drop down onto the forearms. Now, I don't suggest going all the way down onto the back if you're sitting on top of the block. In that scenario, you can start all over again, but this time, taking the block out from underneath you, sitting the butt in between the heels, and again, using some support back behind you to kind of help yourself lower down. So again, you can sit upright, you can lean back into the hands. You can also take your forearms onto the blocks that are behind you. You can also lower all the way down onto the back. This can be done one leg at a time, and I will show you in just a moment. But you can also have two options for the neck. So chin can be in towards the chest. If it feels okay for the throat, you can let the head drop back and open up through the front side of the throat. I'll give you one more option for doing one leg at a time. So let's say you extend the right leg forward, the left knee stays bent. You're gonna sit down, so again, make sure you're not sitting on the heels in this option. And same thing, you can make your way down, you can lower down onto the hands, onto the forearms, or all the way down onto the back. So I like to do this pose one leg at a time. This gives a little bit more mindful awareness around each side of the body. And if somebody's all the way down on the ground, there's still a little bit of sensation here. They're not feeling any sensation. One last option is to bend into the right knee. Bring the right sole of the foot down into the ground. And as always, make sure stillness is achieved here. So the way that we come out is simply the way that we got in. You're on the back. Start to make your way up onto the forearms and then onto the hands. And if you're on one side, you can lean over to the extended leg and extend the legs back behind. And same thing if you're doing both legs at the same time. So you can counter pose just by folding over the legs. Or if you want to take a little bit more gentle approach, you can just hug the thighs into the chest.